I'm Jay Addison from EventChain.io for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. Today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Adam O'Connor, who is in charge of special projects for Oleum Capital and Bitcoin Rodeo. Adam, how are you doing today?
Great, Jay. Thanks for having me.
Now, I see you've got a couple other guests in the studio with you. Why don't you introduce those two people, because I imagine they're going to be part of the program and answering some questions today.
Yeah, you bet, Jay. So to my right here, this is Floyd Phillip.
Floyd?
He's our VP Events and Marketing here at Oleum. And to my left, we have Dave Bradley.
Dave?
He's our CMO.
Excellent. So Adam, tell us a little bit about Bitcoin Rodeo. Where did the idea for a Bitcoin conference come from?
Perfect. I'm just going to pass this off to Floyd.
Okay.
You can
Floyd?
Hi there. Well, since our company, Oleum Capital, is involved in the crypto community, we've talked to a lot of people of what we do, and we felt that a lot of people were very unclear exactly of cryptocurrency and all the different terminologies that there is involved in cryptocurrency, and they didn't understand what it was all about. So we figured a good way to do it would be to hold a conference here in Calgary. There's been blockchain conferences here before, but we want to do something that's a little bit different. So we decided to do one over the dates of the Calgary Stampede, which a lot of people obviously around the world have heard of the Calgary Stampede, so we figured it'd be a good opportunity to combine the two. So bringing speakers from out of town and guests that come in from out of town, we thought it would be very good for them to be here during the Stampede, as there's lots of activities that they could do and things that go on throughout the city. So that's how the idea of the Bitcoin Rodeo came about for those dates. And basically what we have is a 2-day conference. So the first day is going to be more of an introductory day of cryptocurrency. We're going to talk a bit about, introduce people to mining, ICOs, Bitcoin, what it is, things like that. So they get a general idea of all the different terminology used in cryptocurrency. And then the second day is more of a day for people that are already involved in the space, that know a little bit more, that are, say, involved in companies that want to do an ICO, or they're looking at introducing blockchain into their businesses, so forth, that they can go about doing stuff like that.
Yeah, sounds great. Now, Canada's being a growing scene for the digital currencies and blockchain technology. Do you see this conference as a stepping stone to more involvement in the space in Alberta?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, for us as Oleum, we just really are trying to get the word out on education. We want people to come away with the best experience from this conference, and we really think it's going to put Alberta on the map in the crypto world. Alberta is already well known for all of its energy, and really what's taken off here has been mining and using Alberta's gas and energy to mine for cryptocurrencies. So that's becoming a big deal here in Alberta, and the Bitcoin Rodeo, I think, is going to really help showcase that to the world.
Now, what kind of topics would a viewer expect to see or to learn about at the Bitcoin Rodeo? Like, is it suitable for beginners? Will they be able to learn right from the scratch what Bitcoin was and then get into, the understanding of blockchain?
You bet. I'll pass this off to Dave here. He can answer that for you.
Yeah, we're going to get into all kinds of topics. It is a Bitcoin-focused conference, so we were pretty insistent on keeping the word Bitcoin in there, even though that's not necessarily as corporate friendly as a blockchain conference. We're going to start the day with some discussions about all of the culture surrounding crypto, and we're going to have breakout sessions allowing new people to get wallets set up. But we do want to get a bit more in depth, so we're going to have some debates. We've got some really great Bitcoin maximalists coming. We want to get the conversation going between those guys and a lot of the different blockchain companies out there. But we're gonna touch on a broad field of topics, and we should have a full agenda up on our website fairly shortly.
Now, the Bitcoin Rodeo is on at the same time as one of the largest events celebrated in Canada, as we know, the Calgary Stampede. Do you think this is going to affect the outcome and the amount of people that show up at the conference?
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty beneficial. Calgary's already very well known for the Stampede. This also gives people something different to do, rather than just even people from Calgary, rather than just doing the Stampede and what that all entails every year. This is going to offer something a little different, a chance to learn about something maybe you've been interested about for a while but didn't know how to get involved in, and also still will be right on 8th Avenue, so right in the middle of the heart of what's going on for the Stampede. So really having it at the same time, and even for out-of-towners, they're going to be able to experience everything that goes with the Stampede as well as what this conference is going to hold.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because, like you said, it's bringing so many people to Calgary, and we really need to get people into these things to try and educate them and take this to the whole to a whole new level. Let's talk about Oleum Capital for a minute, the organization that's hosting the event. The firm, I understand, is mainly an investment firm. And is it new investing in blockchain technologies, or have you been investing in blockchain technologies for a while? What does the future look like for Oleum Capital and the whole blockchain sector there?
Absolutely. I'll pass you off to Dave here. He'll kind of give you an overview.
Yeah, at Oleum Capital, what we're doing is we are bringing the growing world of ICO and securities token offering finance to Alberta oil and gas. So we're not actually investing in blockchain companies. We're using blockchain to bring that incredible momentum to a space that we believe is critically underfunded at the moment. So we're finding opportunities in the Alberta oil and gas sector. We're funding those with funding from an ICO, and then we're offering a real return to the buyers of the token, which anyone familiar in the space is very aware most tokens do not offer. So we're really bridging those worlds.
That's for sure. Now, how can people learn more about Bitcoin Rodeo and even get tickets for the event?
Yeah, so the Bitcoin Rodeo, you can find all you need to know on the website, www.bitcoinrodeo.com. That can pass you off to get registered through Eventbrite, and everything you need to know is on there from speakers. We're going to have a schedule up right away. And then, yeah, any questions you have, you can always send through the website there, and one of us here can answer them for you.
Okay, so one last question about Oleum Capital. If somebody was doing an ICO, or if somebody had a blockchain project in Alberta and they wanted to get funding, or they wanted to try and get some assistance in launching the project, launching an ICO, as you mentioned, security tokens, should they reach out to Oleum Capital? Is that the idea behind the company?
Yeah, I mean, we view ourselves as leaders in the space. We have a single main ICO that we're working on, which is our own ICO at the moment, but we've since we started this project about a year ago, we've had probably a few dozen different companies come to us looking for help doing an ICO. There's a lot of questions and a lot of uncertainty in the space right now, but we really do believe that that is going to be the future of public financing, and we're happy to help anyone down that road.
That sounds great, and I certainly agree with you on that point. Guys, it's certainly been a pleasure speaking with you today on Blockchain Interviews. I think we should follow up sometime in the near future here to let people know the success of the Bitcoin Rodeo, and also what Oleum Capital is doing, because again, we're trying to build up the whole blockchain sector here in Western Canada with BC and Alberta, and I think you guys are probably going to fill a really good gap in Alberta where it's certainly needed. So thank you very much for being on the program today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.